The 2024 US election will have far-reaching consequences for Asia, shaping everything from trade to security. Today, we're breaking down how this election could impact US relationships with China, India, Japan, and other key players in the region. The Asia-Pacific region plays a critical role in US foreign policy. What happens in the 2024 US election will ripple across the region, from trade wars with China to military alliances with Japan and South Korea. The US election will determine how America engages with Asia in the years ahead. In this episode, we'll explore how the outcome of the US election could reshape US-Asia relations, impacting trade, security, and diplomacy. What do you think is the most important issue between the US and Asia? Is it trade, security, or diplomacy? Let me know what you think. Let's talk about trade relations. Yep, that's the first thing. The US election could have a major impact on trade relations with Asia, particularly with China. The US-China trade war, which escalated under Trump, led to billions of dollars in tariffs and disrupted global supply chains. While Biden has taken a more measured approach, tensions between the US and China still remain high. Biden's administration has worked to rebuild global trade relationships, while still holding China accountable for trade imbalances. But if Trump or another conservative candidate wins in 2024, we could see a return to aggressive tariffs and a deepening of US-China trade war, which would have ripple effects across Asia. For countries like Japan and South Korea, the US election could determine whether trade flows remain steady or if tensions lead to disruptions in supply chains. How do you think the US election will impact trade in Asia? Will we see more tariffs, or will their relations improve? And who do you think will be a better candidate for elections for Asian perspective? Now let's talk about security. Security is another major issue in the US-Asia relations, especially with the growing influence of China in the region. The US maintains key military alliances with Japan and South Korea and has been actively countering China's territorial ambitions in the South China Sea. The 2024 US election could significantly impact how these alliances evolve. Biden has emphasized strengthening alliances in the Indo-Pacific, working closely with Japan, South Korea, and other regional players to counter China's military and economic influence. But if Trump returns to power, we could see a shift towards a more transactional approach, where military alliances come with a price tag. The future of US military presence in Asia, whether it's maintaining bases in Japan and South Korea or countering China's naval expansion, will depend heavily on the outcome of 2024 elections. While the US election could shape up global politics, your financial future doesn't have to be uncertain. With Stake, you can invest in UAE real estate starting with just $500. It's a great way to diversify your portfolio and build passive income in one of the world's fastest growing real estate markets. Stake makes it easy to secure your financial future even when the political landscape is shifting. Click the link in the description to begin. Now, do you think the US will maintain its military alliances in Asia, or will we see changes after the 2024 elections? China and India are two of the largest and most influential countries in Asia, and how the US engages with both will be critical. The US relationship with China has been marked by trade disputes, security concerns, and rising competition for global leadership. Meanwhile, the US-India partnership has been growing, with a focus on trade, defense cooperation, and countering China's influence. Biden has sought to deepen US-India relations, working together on everything from military cooperation to clean energy initiatives. At the same time, his administration has kept a firm stance over China's human rights abuses and military expansion. If Trump or another conservative candidate takes office, we could see more aggressive policies towards China, including tariffs and military posturing. The next US president will have to navigate this delicate balance between two Asian giants, either by deepening alliances with India or continuing to push back against China's global ambitions. The The US election has ripple effects far beyond its border, and Asia is just one part of the global equation. Over the next few weeks and days, we'll be breaking down on how the US election will impact different regions, including Africa, Europe, and the GCC. We'll make a playlist dedicated to the US elections and their subsequent impact on the world stage. Be sure to check it out in our channel. So, to conclude, the 2024 US election will shape the future of US-Asia relations. Whether it's trade, security, or diplomacy, the stakes are high. What happens in November will determine the direction of US policy in one of the world's most critical regions. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into how global events are shaping our future.